This is a vlog. It's a vocal blog. I'm a blogger, but blogging has become a little bit tiresome on my eyes. And the topic is retinitis pigmentosa. I have recently joined 2 retinitis pigmentosa support groups, and it's been really helpful because I've been able to talk to people who have the same condition and understand. Um, Retinitis pigmentosa is hereditary, but sometimes it can show up and people don't even know where it came from. In my family, it's extremely hereditary. My dad had it, I have it, my sons have it, and anyway, I just want to describe it because there's a lot of misunderstandings and misgivings about what people with retinitis pigmentosa. Well, every case is unique, and some people have more advanced than others, but I'm going to try to explain it to my best of my ability. Um, what happens is in RP is your retinas are deteriorating or atrophying. The doctor can see this when he looks into your eye at the back of the retina. Back through the pupil into the retina through a dilated eye. And people are usually diagnosed as children, but they can also be diagnosed later. So when you have retinitis pigmentosa, you may start out with pretty normal vision, but then it can get smaller, like tunnel vision, and you get less peripheral vision, and you don't see. The normal person has like a 180 degree field of vision, whereas like a person with retinitis pigmentosa has a lot less than that. If I am to cover my good eye, I cannot see at all. I'm just blind. I have a little bit of light perception, but there's nothing. Can't see a thing. My left eye is blurry, and I have it's called straight ahead vision. There's no up, down, side to side. I do have glasses because I'm nearsighted, and they do help, but they don't help completely. Like they don't help with the peripheral, but they may sharpen things a bit with my glasses on. As you can tell, they're very thick. It still looks like my glasses are dirty because there's like, even though they're not, I can polish them all day. It's that there are just areas that are smudgy, and often the person will see flashes. And then another thing is that a person with retinitis pigmentosa will imagine that they see more than they do because the mind kind of fills in the rest. The brain is kind of a miraculous, amazing thing. It can fill in, the missing pieces. Not really, but it fools you to think that you actually see better than you do. So a lot of times, like my mobility instructor told me that he can tell when someone has RP just by the way they move. But people that don't know that, because we have pretty good eye muscles and we can look right at people even though we may not be able to see them well, we often don't look blind, which is kind of silly because, what does a blind look like? But then when night comes, because we don't have night perception, we have night blindness. So often a person with retinitis pigmentosa, even if they can keep their driver's license in the day, they will have to lose driving privileges at night because we can't see at night. Like a lot of people in sport groups say it's like driving with your eyes shut. You're just blind. You can see maybe some street lights and stuff. So you find yourself with like less and less freedom, and then but anyway, the thing about retinitis pigmentosa is that many people have like partial vision, and people don't get how can a person be blind and have some sight. It's like people think of it, you either being totally blind or sighted, but you can be blind legally. And like with me, like I said to the doctor, because I guess I'm in denial, or I just have that imagination thing going on, and I say, so I'm blind? And he's like, yes, you're blind. And I'm like, legally blind. And he's like, I said, I'm legally blind. And he's like, yes, you are legally blind. And I'm like, because, and it's kind of funny because I already had a cane and I'd already been sent to the Commission for the Blind, so that's kind of ridiculous, but for me to say that. But anyway, a lot of times, well, one thing that's kind of difficult is you can't, like, I can't see stars anymore, and my son says he can't see stars either, because of the night blindness, and that's kind of a shame. Something, because there was a time I could see stars and, in the sky, and color perception starts to go. It's hard to, if you go shopping with a friend and you're like shopping for clothes and you pick up something and you think, like, you say it's gray, or you say it's light green and they say no, it's light blue or something, and then, like, but you get your colors wrong, or like, you can't, like, for me it's like I have a really hard time telling, like, purple from brown or burgundy, and or brown, dark brown, or I'll have to ask in a store, like, is this brown or is this dark blue or is this black, you know, or dark green even. So so that's one problem. But the thing is that, like, a lot of times, like, people with retinitis pigmentosa can, the weird thing is, like, we can do computer, like, not as easily as other people, maybe with enlargement, and we can do, like, we might have good acuity in one or both eyes straight ahead, but it's like, just tunnel vision. So if you see us, like, walking around in the daytime acting like we can see, and even a lot of us even drive, and I don't drive anymore, but like, if you know they can't understand, like, how can you do, like, walk around in the daytime and you're acting like you can see, but, like, at night, and then you have to use a cane. It's like using a cane now, and then you have to hold on to someone's arm, but then, like, in the day you can see. I mean, the day it's not like you can see, it's just that you can see enough to walk around, but then if you're not careful and you don't see something, like a friend was staying at my house and they left a chair in the middle of the living room. um, well, I fell over it, busted my leg open, and, had a really bad injury. So, like, if you're not used to, or I did something, I put a table in the kitchen in a place where there hadn't been one, and I kept running into it over and over, and I had to tell the kids, don't run into this table, but I myself keep running into it. But I stopped running into it because finally my mind remembered that I put this little table here. So, and, like, one night, like, I tried to walk home from some kind of activity, and it wasn't far from my house, but I was using my cane, but I didn't see, and I twisted my ankle, and I fell, and I skinned my knee, and it was really, really bad, and someone stopped and took me home, and but anyway, um I don't know if this is helpful or not. I've had people kind of be rude to me about my vision in both ways. I've had people yell at me for, like, when I was trying to perform with a band, and it was just like a one-time thing, and the guy was yelling at me for stepping on wires and stuff, and, watch out for equipment. And then on the other hand, I've had people come up to me and, like, say, like, I thought you were 90% blind. You just seem to be getting around just fine, and I said, well, it's none of your business, but, because I'm not going to sit there and explain to some jackass, it is none of their business. But, and, I'm sure probably not many people are going to look at this. They're probably just going to say, oh, it's Leslie, another one of her videos, whatever. She has no life. She just sits around. But actually, I like my webcam on my computer better than the. So anyway, I hope that helps. I don't know why it should help, but, I know only about 1 in 1,000 people in the United States have this disease, so, it doesn't really affect that many people. I think if somebody, even family members, don't really understand it, they think they do, but unless you have the disease, you're never really going to understand. But I've had a close friend before who was very, keen and intelligent, and she had a real good understanding for, uh, what I was and wasn't capable of, and the difference in my night vision and day vision, and how it was harder for me to get around in unfamiliar. Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, even if it's like Walmart, and I'm trying to walk around, like, I need a cane because I could run into something. But the cane is amazing. People don't really like, you know, because, like, at night, like, when you can't see at all and you have RP, if you have good mobility and training, it's amazing how much a cane can help, and a dog can help too. But anyway, that's about all I have to say, and I hope that clarifies it a little bit. I really appreciate you listening to this. Thank you.